Let's get going. Yo, what up? The Gato? Is that like the cat meow? The cat meow, dude? Um, I'm gonna try and install PostHog into this repository today. I feel like we're gonna see much more of this happen. Also, this website it's kind of sick. It's like retro, but like new. But I feel like we're gonna see more of this happen where, you know, other softwares, other SaaS applications that, you know, live inside of our code will start doing this, like getting their own AI installation wizard. It might be weird with mine because it's a monorepo, but we're on our own feature branch, so let's see what happens. PostHog is for platform analytics, so understanding what your users are doing within your app so that you can use that for intelligent insights on how to market to them in the future or market to new customers in the future based on what your current users are doing. It also does feature flags so that you can enable and disable stuff in production at the click of a button based on, you know, rollout schema or whatever. Oh, shoot. I use Sentry as well, but I use that for more like data warehouse stuff for like error logs. I'm not using that for feature flags. I don't know if they do like I feel like Sentry is more for error logs and tracing and stuff like that. Select your framework. Next. I would say it's slightly more advanced than Sentry. I would say it's slightly more advanced, but it's like different use case too. I'm using Next. What else do you have in here? Directory launch Soku. Well, it's going to be in apps web. Let me do 2 hours of work in 8 minutes. Yeah, dude, check it out. I just don't want this to install in the wrong place. Let me clear. I need to ask chat real quick, actually, just to make sure I'm doing this correctly. So I'm about to install PostHog, and they have an install wizard, but I want to make sure that I'm installing it in the right directory. And I need to install this in the Launch Soku apps web directory, correct? What's the high-level overview of what PostHog does and what Sentry does, and what are the main differences and use cases for each of them? It's a typo. I mean a different tool. Sentry. Ah, shoot. Really? Yeah, oh yeah. Hey, I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Thank you, bro. I used to be able to control those lights from my phone, but I've had them for like 5 years, and the app that those were connected to doesn't even work anymore. So I have to like go over there and change it manually, which is fine. I'll usually change them every couple streams. Yeah, this is what I was saying earlier. Gato is post hog is for user behavior. So like, are people using your features, right? Where did they, like this is a good one, where did they drop off inside of your funnel? Did the new variant, convert better? User behavior and product decisions, what they're using. Sentry is for technical stuff, so like errors. This. Did that deploy break the checkout? What's the stack trace of this broken thing? Yeah, exactly. So I use Sentry. I use it for exactly this. Sentry I use for technical stuff. So you can see in here I already have it set up. These are mock errors because this is pretty new. And then post hog I'll be doing for like user analytic stuff. Run the wizard from inside web, not the repo root. Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. Biggest gotcha. Instrumentation client is already sentries. The post hog Next.js wizard writes client init. Instrument client, the same file where your sentry init. Don't let it overwrite that file. Both need to coexist. Review the wizard's diff and merge. Post hogs init rather. Keep everything. Per your repo rules, Next.js config must stay TS. If the wizard adds a reverse proxy, rewrite the post hog. That's actually good looks. Yeah, I do want both app side and marketing website side. So should I install it twice, or can there be a global package that uses it for both? Methinks I'll just put it in package, right? We'll put it in the packages in a Sentry package because we're going to reuse it for web and marketing, because I do subdomains on all my front-end apps. So I'll do the root domain is for marketing and blog and all that stuff, and then the subdomain will be like app dot whatever it is that I'm building, for separation of concerns for marketing purposes. Because like, in my opinion, building isn't as hard as it used to be, right? Creating new products isn't as hard as it used to be, and so it's kind of the easier part, in my opinion, especially with the use of LLMs and stuff, obviously. But the harder part is marketing, and so that's what we're going to be focusing on with this launch or whatever, is like the marketing side of things, which is why I want post hog, because I want all that information, right? I want actionable intel on how people get to my website, what they're doing, where they fall off, et cetera, what they're using, what they're not using, who's using what when, an idea that I have for the marketing part is like, okay, I'm gonna do like a 7-day free trial, and then like a tier 1 that'll be like, I don't know, $15 for my end product, $15 a month, that'll have like rate limited kind of functionality. Like you can post to all accounts, let's just say, for example, once a day. And if they post once a day, 7 days in a row, I want to know that and be like, oh, this person is using the app every day and they're hitting the limits. After 7 days, let's write them a tailored email. Be like, hey, I noticed that you posted this video on these platforms that had to do with this kind of content. It looks like you would, be a good candidate to like upgrade. Here's a 20% off discount code for the pro tier or whatever. But unless I know what they're doing in my app, unless I know who's posting what, there's no way I'll be able to do that. So that's where Postdog comes in. That's just one example of like what I want to do. Yes. Although it does say that this is for error logs too. It's right here, error tracking, logs, session replay. So I wonder if we could, it would probably get expensive though, is my first guess. Because I'm using both of them for free right now, Sentry and Postdog. And the goal with this first app that I'm building, like right now, like what y'all are looking at, is a boilerplate, right? So it's something that I can give someone else. They can like get clone and start building features and not like all this infrastructure stuff. And so, because this stuff takes a long time, right? To build a production level application that can handle 10,000, 20,000 daily active users is not easy. It's something like Lovable can't do. And even if you do know how to code a little bit, it takes a while. So it's very opinionated, right? Like I obviously know that this stack is very opinionated in like what I'm doing. But like these are all the tools that come with it. And so it's going to be a really good starting point. And Posthog is actually the last thing that I need to do. Well, maybe temporal too, but that's like an add-on because not everyone needs durable execution layer or like event-driven architecture. So yeah, I'm almost done with like the base boilerplate. Yeah, I mean, you said very clever. Yeah, I think it's like I think it's a good idea, right? It's actually what every enterprise company does. Just people like beginners or indie hackers or solo founders, they most of the time don't know this kind of stuff. But like OpenAI knows exactly what you're doing, right? 11 Labs knows exactly what you're doing with their app. They know when you're using, when you're not, etc. Session replay, record users' sessions. The fact that you're building and putting it out there, I salute. Hey, I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate it. Session. Wait, what are you asking me, dude? Record user session in Posthog on with input masking. Recommended. Recording sessions for UX debugging, masking text inputs and sensitive fields by default. Matches your ADR. Yeah. Sentry stays off. Adds data volume low cost. Sure. Post.js in both Next.js apps, browser events, replace flags. Covers product analytics plus the funnel end to end. Server side can be added later. Oh, both for sure. Yeah, both for sure. Because I want to finish Post.hog today. So we're locking in for the next little bit. Yeah. So this first app, like the thing that you're watching me build right now, and also, I don't remember the last time I updated that description. I should probably update it every day. But this first app, I don't know how I want to, how I want to monetize it. I don't know if I want this to be like open source or not. Haven't really figured it out yet. But the one I want to monetize is the app that I'll be building on top of this. So like, I'll package this up and like put it aside and then do my own Git clone of this thing, spin up a new app. I'm going to build V1 of something I built V0 of already, which is this. It's called, oh no. Let me see if I can do this. I don't know if it's still working or not. Let me see. But essentially, okay. Yeah, essentially it's where are you? Automations, yeah. It's a platform where, similar to a company called repurpose.io, where you'll post one post somewhere and then it posts to all of the other ones. So it's not a brand new idea, but my V1 features will be brand new idea. So if I post a TikTok first, it'll take that video or carousel or whatever and post it wherever I want. So Instagram, Threads, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, et cetera, right? That's not really new. There's other companies out there that do that. But the new thing that I'm doing on top of this is collecting video information from the first one, you know, getting the transcript, getting a frame by frame video data and stuff like that, putting it into the database, and then creating templates based on that. So you can see right here, this workflow, it has one original piece of content, which is the TikTok one, and then 12 automations, which is 2 reposts. So 1, 2, because this one's disabled. If I turn this on, it would be 3 reposts, and then 10 repurposing pieces of content. So it'll take the transcript from this and then create, let's say like this one. It's a LinkedIn/Threads template. So it'll post a text-based to Threads because it's connected to this one, right? And then these, I don't know why the photos aren't showing up right now, but these are, yeah, exactly. These are image templates. So it'll look like, this is the tweet screenshot. So like I'll have, you can create your own elements in here and make the screenshot look how you want. And then this text field right here is generated from a transcript, right? And so whenever someone posts to here, the transcript will get fed in to that, and then create a post kind of like, it'll create a post like this, right? And so instead of a whole marketing team or a content team creating this image for you, it'll create this text based on what you already said in this first original video up here. And that's just one example of a template, but it'll do like that. So that's the one I want to monetize. That was a long-winded answer. But yeah, I want to monetize the actual SaaS. I don't know what I want to do with the boilerplate just yet. I don't know if I want to sell it or open source it or whatever. Probably to any of the homies who ask and like they want it, it's like, dude, it costs me nothing to give it to someone, right? And so for any of the homies that like want it, it's like, yeah, dude, I'll send you an invite or a link or something. But for the non-homies, maybe we sell it, I don't know, for like, I don't know, $300 or something. Do like a licensing, you know, doing the correct software licensing model. I'm not sure which one it is. I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate it. We'll see. You know, I think that there's product market fit. I feel like there's solopreneurs, infopreneurs that could use this, that would increase their output, right? Because if you go look at the big dogs in marketing and sales, everyone's like, dude, you got to post more. You got to post more. You got to post more. And my problem with posting more is a lot of people are using AI to like generate stuff they don't even know anything about. And so I think that we have the responsibility as users of AI to use it wisely and not just like output brain rot. And so this kind of solves, obviously this is my opinion, not everyone shares my opinion, but my solve for this is you can only generate new content, you can only generate AI-based content based on an original idea you had, like the first video that you posted up here. Like I'm not gonna make it to where they can go in here and be like, give me 20 content ideas. Give me 20 content ideas for this niche in my market. Like, dude, come up with your own ideas. Come up with your own ideas. Use AI to help you maybe figure out the wording for those ideas. But like if you just ask AI to like generate 5 content ideas for you based on XYZ niche, and then the next go around when they train the model on content on the internet, it's going to train the content on AI content, and it's just like this dead internet, the dead internet theory, which I just don't like, right? And am I going to be the driving force that changes everyone's outlook on how to use AI? I don't know. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say I'm not going to be. Yeah. But I have a moral responsibility to myself, right? I'm not going to propagate a problem that I think exists because it may or may not be what the market wants. I'm not that guy. That's just me though. And not to say it's wrong either. It's not wrong. It's just an opinion. It's not wrong to use AI for content generation. To me, it feels like lying. But anyways, alas, I digress, dude. But yeah. But yeah, we're setting up Post Hog today. This one. What about you, Gato? What are you building? I know you're building something. The gato meow. Gato? It's true. It's true. Sometimes it is. Like, it was like less striving, you know? I feel like right now everyone's like anxiety. I define anxiety as abundant options and not knowing which one to choose. And right now it's like with AI, technically any solo guy can build definitely $1 million business. But if not, a 10 million plus business kind of solo. So with AI now, it's like, with AI, it's like kind of striving. No worries, I'm here for your process. Hey, I appreciate you, buddy. I appreciate you. I don't know, for on stream too, it's like, I just like hanging out, dude. And it's like, if I'm gonna be like working at my desk anyways, like on stuff that I think is cool, using AI here and coding my own stuff there and growing a business, might as well do it and hang out with the homies and chat and stuff. Like whatever I learn along the way too. It's like, I know a lot of stuff, but whatever I learn along the way will be documented for me and for anyone else forever. So if and when I start making, lots of money MRR, 30, 40, 50K, everyone will be able to go back and see the origins and kind of emulate what I do, failures and successes. And two, for myself, right? For myself, it's like, when I'm 60, I'm gonna want to go back and look at the lore that I created along the way, right? And if I don't, to me, the easiest way to do that is just pushing the stream button. It's like, it's so fulfilling too, because it's like, even if there's only one dude in here, or me by myself, I yap to myself out loud all the time. And so it's like, bro, if I'm gonna be doing this anyways, let's get it on video and let's get it recorded. And I get to meet cool lads like you guys and chat and stuff. We tear it up. And I was up last night until, I think it was like 2:30 or 3 a.m. because this guy in Israel joined, and we were just chatting it up for the longest time. Actually a super cool guy. He used to be a gaming streamer, but he lives out in Israel. Pretty cool guy. Tali Live was his name on yeah, dude, it's true. Process is what makes memories. The crazy thing about time is that you don't know how important it is until you have a memory about it. Right? So like right now it's super hard. Right now it's super hard to be thankful. Not really be thankful, but like to realize how important right now is. But then, in 4 years from now, this has happened to me multiple times during my life. 2-3 years in the future, I look back and like, oh, I was living in the golden age and I didn't even know it. Right? I have so many like golden age moments in my life where it's like, oh dude, that was the absolute tits. Like I would go back and live that life again for sure. But knowing that and like in creating actionables based on what you know about the past, it's what you just said, right? The process is what makes the memories. And so enjoying, everyone says this, but enjoy, like physically and mentally enjoying the process. So Yeah, I'm living in South Africa, but originally from Argentina. Oh, nice, dude. Nice. I hear South Africa's beautiful. Is Messi playing in the World Cup? He's got to be, right? Messi's breaking down starters. Wait, is he? Oh, yeah, he is. He is starting. I was about to say, dude, that'd be crazy if he wasn't. I think Neymar got picked too. Neymar's status as a starter is currently uncertain. Brazil's World Cup starter status. Projected role because Neymar is into his acting. It's a highly experienced substitute. Oh, dang. Slovenia? I've never been there, but I know where it is. Vaguely on the map. I know it's by Czech. The Czech Republic. I'm probably I thought it was by Czech. Maybe I was thinking Croatia. Wait, where is it? Is it this? Is that a city? I thought it was by Czech. Where is Czech? Oh, it's up there. Just kidding. So no, I don't know where it is. It's below Austria. That's good to know. I was almost there, actually. I was in Venice summer or winter of 24. I was in Venice. Well, I was actually all over. We started in Rome. We went up to Florence. We went up to Verona, Milan. I went to Lake Como, which is somewhere around here. Yeah, Lake Como. We went to Venice, and then we went to this ski town. This guy. We went right here. And this was unreal, dude. So cool to see. And we like skied up there for like 1 or 2 days. Very cool little ski town. All I have to say, I was close locationally. Like where I was compared to Slovenia, that's the closest I've ever been, I guess. One of these two. But yeah. Can I go back to the pictures? Slovenia. That's insane, dude. That's so pretty. Oh, this is an iconic picture. I feel like I've seen this before. So sick, dude. So cool. Your brother lives in Malta? I want to change this marketing page. I don't like it at all. I don't like the words on it. This was all AI generated, by the way. It's like placeholder, like a replacement for lorem ipsum stuff while I have it up there. But after post hog, My dad is an Italian citizen. I need to get my passport from Italia. Yeah, dude, that'd be sick. Get dual citizenship. Dual citizenship is such a cheat code, dude. It's so dope. I wish I had dual citizenship somewhere. Just knowing you can go anywhere and not worry about like the visa situation. Which there's some European countries like that. Like we can go to England whenever we want, France whenever we want. But we have to leave after a certain amount of time. I bet my usage is cooking right now actually, because I have it on, I want to say I have it on ultra plan or ultra mode, whatever it's called. Settings, usage. Oh, not too bad. I honestly never run out of my Claude Code usage, and I only have the max plan, like the $100 version, but I never run out. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and whilst we're waiting on this, let's go ahead and create our, I use Opus. I never use Sonnet actually. I already have an account. So, can I just sign in? I think, can I just, oh, I did with GitHub, I want to say. Maybe not. Did I not already do this? Launch Soku. Engineering. We'll say founder, because I like that more, even though I am an engineer. Page not found. This project has no events. Go to the onboarding flow to grab your project API key HTML snippet from project settings. I did this. Unfortunately, I can't afford the plan, but from a few trials I did, it took my code to a leap in the future. Yeah, it's a good model, dude. Both of them are good models. Opus 4.8 obviously is great. And then Codex 5.5 is great. I will say 4.7, like, I feel like it got degraded over time. Like right before the new model came out, I feel like they nuked it. But yeah, I feel like you could get a really long way with the $20 plan too, though. Especially if you're using it. If you're not using an API, obviously API is so expensive. Did it ask? Did it? So Wizard can't produce that. Okay, that's fine. I need to set up manually. It's next. Dude, are you serious? Every time I stream, You know what? I'm not going to say it. So annoying. All right, let's go in here. I got to do this off screen though real quick because it's like my API keys. So I'm going to pull this over here. And then go into packages. I think it's analytics. I think create an analytics package JSON. Where are you? Yeah. What's an API? Well, I know I'm going to need this, and it's going to be in web. So, env local. Let's put this down here. Let's copy both of these. For now. And that should be good for now. And then I need hopefully it has railway. Or it's probably just node. PNPM. Yeah, it's these guys. Hopefully we sorry, I'm kind of talking to myself here because I'm like looking at these environment variables and trying to figure out where to put them in regards to like both apps, because we're going to get analytics for the marketing website, we're going to get analytics for the app, and we're going to get analytics for the API, like the public API that will also be available in all of this. I guess I forgot to mention that earlier. Is one of the things, like another piece of this boilerplate application. It's not just your basic front end and your basic back end. Like it's gonna have an internal API and a public API. So any API endpoint that you want to create for your users to consume, you'll be able to do that really easy. And it's gonna already be set up for you. Same thing with MCP. So you can offer your users a MCP server out of the box. And so it's going to be a really good, really decent starter app for anyone really just starting off. I would say beginners to intermediates could use this app and get going really quickly. So I'm stoked about it actually. We're almost done. We're really close. I'd say another couple days the boilerplate will be done. Okay. And those APIs can be used to build standalone apps, right? Yeah, I mean, you could. It just depends on what you want your API to do. So But especially the internal APIs, yeah, you could use that and port that over to for the iOS or Android apps to call those APIs to display data or something like that. All right, let's make this a little bigger so I can kind of see what's going on here. Okay. It's built and verified end-to-end, hand-rolled, no wizard, through your gate. Okay. 1 through 4 creates operational. Yours needs the real key. Yeah. Get the project key from PostHog dashboard and your region host. Yes. Set the environment. Same key everywhere. One connected funnel. Sick. Web API. Use your env.schema flow. And marketing for sell project, same as web. Create a table for the environment variable names and where they need to go. Oh, shoot. So basically I want to build this app so that it's actually a lot of things, but this first one is for building features, not infrastructure. Oh shoot, Jay, I didn't get I have this, one of my buddies joined TikTok just a minute ago. I'm like streaming on TikTok live too. And I don't know, I feel like I get into a lot of stuff. Like I like dirt bikes, I like supercars, I like going to car shows and stuff like that. I don't have a supercar of my own yet. I like hunting, I like working out, obviously. I like a lot of stuff. Anyways, this is a wild red herring, but I have a buddy and me go hunting on some land up here, but the feeder's broken. So you like put a lot of corn in it, and then a couple times a day it'll spin, disperse the corn, and like wild game will come in and feed on it, and then you'll sit up there in the blind and wait to shoot them, right? So like hogs, for example, like wild boars will come in, and those are considered invasive species. So they ruin crops and stuff. So people don't mind if you kill them and harvest them for meat and stuff. And so, anyways, short story long, my buddy's going out to change the feeder today. So I'm probably gonna dip a little early, probably around 5, and go help him do that. I need to message him real quick, actually. Yeah, so like the farmer who lets us, so it's on farmland, right? So the farmer who lets us go out there, he actually asked us to, and it got really bad earlier last year, like January of last year. He was like, dude, there's so many hogs, please come out here and harvest them for meat and stuff. So we went out there and collected. Yeah, so we're actually helping him. We're actually doing him a little favor. I'm from Texas. Yeah, I've moved around a lot, but I'm originally from Texas, and that's where I am right now too. In the US of A. All right, so where are we at? Let's see what this is saying. Here's exactly where post hoc variable goes. Key insight, all of the key hold the same value for your post hoc project API key. Got it. And use both in post hoc JS and Node. Okay, that makes sense. The problem is going to be environment. So can I do environments in post hoc? Do I have the ability to do environments? It gotta be, right? Well, we'll just do this one first. So I am going to do this off screen though. So I gotta go into Vercel, into my web project. It's just this right here. Oh shoot, are you serious? And environment variables, add one. Yikes. Actually, I saved it over here somewhere. Where did I save that? Oh, I put it in here. Yeah, let me put this over here real quick. Web, env local, this little cutie. Token, add another one, post hoc host, and post hoc. These will be for production and preview and development. Sweet. Save those, redeploy. Go into the marketing site, do the same thing. Add that. Post hoc. Add one more. Project token. Same thing, production and preview. And then last one, we're going to go to Railway because that's where our backend is deployed. Go to dashboard, launch Soku, production, setting variables. What did it say to do? How did it say to add those in there? What? Okay, this said in apps post hoc key. Is that it? Post hoc host? Okay, that's easy enough. Post hoc host. New variable. Post hoc host. Same one as before. So I gotta do this over here again, dude. NV local, this guy, add, raw editor, we'll do one more. And then this guy. I hate this TUI sometimes, dude. Post hog key, okay. Post hog key. I'm gonna copy these, update, deploy, go away, go into stage and do the same thing. Raw editor, drop down, done. Deploy. All right, sick. And then we can go in here and close out of this. Sweet. Did I not redeploy this already? Redeploy. Nice. I like Texas. My wife and I watch a lot of things from the U.S. and especially from Texas. The new development of homes near the border. Stunning homes. Yeah, so I'm way up north actually. I'm kind of probably where maybe some of those homes that you've seen are. Not, I mean, I don't have like the crazy ones, but I live in a cool neighborhood. It has like some nice homes, like a nice pool and stuff like that. But yeah, they keep building up north closer to Oklahoma and stuff, dude. And it's like some of the homes around here are insane, dog. Like, my goodness. All right. Yes, please do that. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think we're close to getting this post hog thing done. I just need to fire some mock events and then see how it shows up in the UI. And then we'll be really close to cloning this for my own app. The thing I worked on yesterday on stream is actually really sick. Basically, I set up this system to where it's a air handling, like transportation loop, which is going to allow for more like agentic coding, like hands off. So I'm thinking it would be cool if like, cause I'm like an outdoors person and you know, as I'm building Soku and I have like a product idea, and this is like a big experiment, by the way, for anyone like just joining who hasn't like watched my stuff before. This is a big experiment for me for like how hands off can I get it, and how much can I do? How much code can I write autonomously, right? How much code can my AI agents write for me that I don't have to manage, that I don't have to like fix bugs for? So part of that is like I just said, I like being outdoors. And so if I have a new product idea, whether it's big or small, let's just say it's a new dashboard or something. And, you know, my app, because it's a mono repo, it has all the information about everything. It has all the information about my front end app, about the marketing website, about the API, about the database, because this is what I do at least. Inside of the project, I will commit all of my agent skills that I have for the various different tools that I use, right? And so I'll have Playwright in here. I'll have Railway, which is I use for my deployments. Obviously React, Vercel, Sentry. I need to add PostHog now. Go create one for that. API patterns, all this stuff. So these live in my repository. So anytime I ask a cloud-based agent to go do something for me, it'll have access to all these skills, all the MCPs, and everything. And so I set up the system yesterday, it was 2 days ago, and then yesterday I finished it, where I'll ask the AI, like during the feature planning phase, like this is a hard requirement to create a feature doc, and they'll live in here, right? And so when I want to create a new feature, I have to go through a planning phase with the LLM. Where is it? Plans in here. So like I'll have this big long document on the steps I want to take, my architectural decisions, et cetera, and after that, then the AI agent will go and do it, right? It'll go do the stuff that we talked about, and it'll follow our coding guidelines. It'll write unit tests, it'll write end-to-end tests, et cetera. So yeah, it'll go in, write the feature. God, can I not? Yeah, it'll write the feature, write the unit tests, end-to-end tests, internal documentation, public help docs, all that stuff. It'll commit and push that feature branch. It'll run those unit tests in CI, run the end-to-end tests in CI, the back-end deployments in CI. If anything breaks, this is kind of out of scope right now, but bear with me. If anything breaks, because it's in CI, it'll get the errors and then feed them back into the coding agent, and it'll do this loop up to 3 times. So it tries to, it sees what breaks, if anything does break, it sees what breaks, and then tries to fix it on its own 3 times. And if it can't do it in 3 times, it exits and lets me know, like, hey, we built this feature together. I tried to do it without, I tried to do like the test deployments, the staging deployment, or sorry, the preview deployments without any errors, but I got errors, so now you need to go fix it. But yesterday I tried this 3 or 4 times on really, really basic features, like intentional features that I added that had breaking changes in it, and it self-healed. So the goal is the goal of this starter application is like threefold. Well, it's twofold actually. Give people a really good starting app for their SaaS with all these things in it, and give them an app to where they're enabled to write software with AI, giving them the best chance that they won't introduce any regressions in their app as time goes on. That's kind of like the vision for the boilerplate app. Because again, it's something that I want to use, right? In the future. Because for me, like I've built a lot of apps actually for myself, for early stage startups, for mid-market, for enterprise level companies, right? I mean, that's what I do for a living. But I know for myself, when I was coding like indie apps, I would try and code from my phone, right? Do like Claude Code from my phone, and it would fire off cloud stuff and then create a pull request in GitHub and all that stuff, and I would review and push it, but then it would introduce breaking changes. And so I wanted to see if I could do this feedback loop while we build real features. So after we finish PostHog, it actually might even work for PostHog. I don't know, because we're following the process actually. we're following our process actually with this feature, with the post hog feature. So we should, if it doesn't pass, it should fix it on its own. So let's actually clear this. Git status, git add, git commit, post hog init, git push. Push it to this feature branch. And because we have our plan in here for post hog, like what we wanted to do, I think it's approved. It should kick everything off. So let's go back in here into GitHub and launch Toku. Compare pull request. We'll push it into, we'll open a PR into main first and see what happens. Yo, what up, Razzie? What's good, big dog? So these are all my CI. This needs to be fixed because I opened it and immediately skipped it. So hopefully, I actually want something to break. I want one of these, like this one. I want either this one or this one to break. And then it try and self-heal. That would be, that would. Okay, so that one, oh wait. You good, bro? Hell yeah, dude. Glad to hear it. Where are you at right now? Where are you at right now, Razzie? Oh, sick. So this failed. Let's go into Railway. Let's see. Well, let's go into here first. I thought this might fail. Let's go in here. Oh, shoot. I forgot about that. It won't be able to fix this one because I deleted that because I didn't think I needed it. So just found my channel, wishing the very best. Hey, thank you, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot, actually. Thank you, bro. Okay, so this one failed, unfortunately. It's going to go through and loop. So right now we see just one commit from me, right? This post hog init. It's going to open another one called fix one something, and it's going to try and fix this, which I already know that it should work without any code changes. Let's just see what it does. Let's see what fix it tries to think it needs. Because this was a nuts and bolts one. I had to actually go into Railway and create a new environment because I deleted this earlier. But let's see what it thinks it needs to do. Everything else passed though, which is Gucci. If we go into, where am I from? I am from the US, dog. Texas. I live down in Texas. What about you? Where are you at? What am I doing? Two things. Building a mono repo starter application that has, well, this is it bugged right now? Oh. That has this stack, a very opinionated stack. Oh, nice, dude. Nice. Isn't it super late there right now? local time. Bro, you're burning the midnight oil, dog. That's crazy. I say that I was up until 3 a.m. last night too. So, 2 peas in a pod, you and I, Razzie. But yeah, it's a very opinionated boilerplate application that, yeah, it's either early or late, depending on who you're talking to. All right, so it did this, right? Fix auto Claude attempt number 1. It did this automatically. And let's see what the change was. Hopefully. Ah, shoot. It did something I didn't want it to do, which is bad. But it tried to fix it, and this will work this time, which is crazy, actually. I need to give it some guidelines on what things not to change, because oops. Sorry. That's really funny, actually. I don't hate that it did that, because it fixed it. What's going to, at least. Oh, well, this failed again. Well, it's going to be wrong, because now this Railway API service is called in stage. It's called STG, stage dash API. So it's probably going to fix it again. Let's see, because I have it looping up to 4 times. This is actually kind of cool to watch in real time. Yeah, I just changed this from API to stage dash API earlier today. And I didn't update this. So, because I wanted this one. I wanted this one to be API, this one to be stage dash API, this one to be preview, because this is basically a throwaway branch, and so is this one. So I think it did it again. Hold on, let's go back in GitHub and look. Can we refresh real quick? So it failed again. Let's see if it does Claude attempt 2. The only bad thing about this is because this is API driven, Claude API, and so this costs usage outside of the max plan. So if I go to platform.claude and then go to usage, yeah. Oh, it's using Sonnet though, which isn't bad. If I used Opus in that would be crazy. Let's go look at where are my API keys? API keys. Yeah, so this one so far has cost me $1.98 between yesterday and today of fixing a couple bugs like this. Let's see if this does number 2 in a second. It should. I hope it does. Come on. Music got kind of heavy all of a sudden. I wonder if it's doing anything under the hood. This failed again, so it should... It should do it. Looks like your work is related to AI. I wonder if you can teach to give better prompts for study related purposes. I would say the best way to learn how to use AI, dude, is to have an idea of something you want to build and try and build it through trial and error, dude. Yeah. So like this, I didn't really know how I was going to do this before, but I kind of just jumped in and tried to connect some dots, and I just kind of got it working. But I would start with like a simple idea that you have, and then try and build that idea with AI. Come on. You gotta... Don't make me do this manually. Maybe it's not gonna do it. Why didn't it do it twice? Maybe there's a max attempt somewhere that I changed to 1. But anyways, let's go into this. Copy this. Oh, it's the wrong one. I gotta get pull. So this is stage. I gotta change all of these to preview. I gotta change this to stage dash API. API. Okay, that should be it. Oh, I forgot to save it. Save it. Git add. Revert to preview plus stage dash API. Git push key. The best prompts are the most normal comms. Yeah, I would tend to agree there. Just like cutting it up, you know, stream of consciousness. I feel like is the best for me, at least. Heading out, but it was lovely hanging out, dude, in the chat. Hey, thank you, bro. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for chatting. Always appreciate any of the homies who come in and hang out and chat with me. So appreciate it. Be easy, dog. All right, let's go back into GitHub. Okay. Cheers, bud. Have a good night. Gonna dip out too, Razzie. All right, bud. I appreciate you sliding through. Hey, go find a project. Go find a project you want to do and just start building it with AI, dude. Ask AI how to build whatever the thing is that you want to build, and then start building it. And every time you hit a roadblock, think about why it might be breaking, and then try and go fix it, right? Don't just rely on AI for everything. Learn how to use it. All right, this should pass this time. If it doesn't, yeah, this will pass this time. Alrighty, let's give this a refresh, see where we're at. Okay, so it did fail. Cannot find module analytics server or its corresponding type declarations. So this is actually good, hopefully. So in the past, if I was doing this manually, right? If I didn't know what I was doing, I'd come in and copy this whole error thing right here, maybe even down here too. Go paste it back in here. But we collected all this data, right? Collect railway failure logs. And so it should, because I kicked this off manually, it should send all those error logs back in. It has full context for what we're trying to build based on our feature that we're in, and the spec, right? This guy. And so it's going to know what we're trying to do. It's going to see our diffs and then try and change it and try and fix it. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. I wish there was a way to see what it was doing in the background. That's an idea. That's an idea for like a secondary app, is like when you have stuff like this going on, to go back in and look at background processes for what the API is currently doing. Is there a way to do that? Is there a way to see what this, like what AI agents are cooking with this API key only? Can I do that? Maybe not. I don't know. Does anyone know if you can do that? Get like, not real time, but semi real time. Well, it's cooking, because it cost me $1. I think it's going to do it. It cost me $1 about let's see. It might not, because we already have, there's a flag in there to check to see if how many times it's done it. And I think we added a little piece in there to where we have to tell it more than one, otherwise stop. Let me ask real quick. We made a change in our error transportation service and the looping bug fixtures to where I think we have to input an environment variable to tell it how many attempts to try and self-heal. Find that code for me and tell me what it is today, because I think that we set it to only one when we need to add an environment variable to set it to max attempts 3 tries. Let's see, because this should be going, but it's not. It should be self-healing. That was part of the whole thing that we were trying to do yesterday. And it did it once, so I'm thinking the change we made earlier today, we just didn't add in another environment variable, so. I need some coffee, dude. That's what I need. Yo, what up, Soham? What's good, dog? Okay, export max attempts 3, const max attempts defaults to this. Capped 3 on both main version actually runs in your working tree. Falls back, i.e. 3. Well, I'm just curious because in GitHub, it only tried to autofix once, as you can see here. The autofix failed, so I anticipated it trying to autofix again. See the attached screenshot. I'm working on an Agentic SaaS boilerplate. So basically a product that has all of these integrations in it for a production level 30,000 monthly active users, and fully AI driven to where you can build features and not infrastructure. It's the idea. Well, it's doing something in the background because this keeps going up. Not really. It's not really an IDE. It's project based. So it's like SaaS based. So you could come and clone this when I'm done with it. You could clone this repository and then build an app that has marketing website, application website, API, MCP, database, authentication, billing, like from day one. And all you have to do is like provide API keys for everything. Tired. Now it's clear. PR 30. And revert preview, manual commit you pushed after. Let me read what the agent fix runs. Yeah, but it failed the first one too, and you didn't fix that. The only reason I pushed that manual fix was because the auto fix agent didn't run. Are you building anything cool these days, Soham? Has anyone used these managed agents? Have y'all created any of these? I have not. I like this idea though. Triages Sentry alerts, opens a linear incident ticket and runs it to the Slack war room. So like if it catches bugs in production, it like creates a new ticket and like lets everyone know. Which is kind of a cool idea. You could do this with anything really. It doesn't have to be linear. It could be, what's the other one? What's the other big one? Not clerk. I'm thinking of something. ClickUp. Sprint retro facilitator, support agent. I wonder how much this costs. Let's do this. Incident commander, triages, sentry alerts, opens linear incident ticket, and runs Slack war room, Claude Opus 4.8. You are an on-call incident commander when handed Sentry issue ID or an error fingerprint. Pull the full event payload, stack trace, release tag, affected user count from Sentry. Grep the repo for the top frames file path and surrounding commits last 72 hours. Open a linear incident ticket with severity. Interesting. This is very basic. Very basic. Gives it access to MCPs. Hmm. I'm creating a learning platform that includes course import generation, AI tutoring, assignment grading, and adaptive study systems, and lecture video rendering. Nice, dude. That's super cool. Very, very cool. Do you need to go on here? Yeah, you can just change this out for ClickUp or whatever you wanted. Yeah, I was hoping it would run the fix attempt more than once, but it got bugged, which is fine. So I was saying on Slack the other day, it was like AI SEO or something. Sent it to a buddy. AI search analytics for marketing team. Analyze and improve brand performance on AI search platforms through key metrics like visibility, position, and sentiment. I wonder how they do this. Understand how AI sees your brand. Oh shoot. Do I need to clear space on my Mac, dude? That's stupid. Have I seen Minimax M3? I don't think so. I'm not sure what that is. What is that? I need to get a new computer, dude. Okay, so it should be committing to here soon. Fix API, okay. I want this to fail. Actually, I want this to fail. And I want it to self-heal again. Well, that passed. Oh, I think I have seen that. I think I saw. Yeah, I saw this graphic. But these graphics are always funny because if you read down here, credit Minimax, like it's the trust me bro benchmark, as Fireship.io puts it. No, really, trust me, bro. No, really. These are really great. So you have to find one that's like non-bias, obviously. I think some people do that. Some people do release non-bias, whatever. All right, well, that fixed and finished, so yeah. I actually want to buy the domain trustmebrobenchmarks.com. And so I can like create my own benchmarking system. It'd be kind of cool to see, like to throw them against each other and see which one does best. I'm sure other people are doing that though, to be honest. Anyways, I do have to bounce off of here. I gotta go meet my buddy at the blind. So I appreciate everyone hanging out. I appreciate y'all rocking with me, rolling with me. But I'm gonna let this cook in the background. I'm gonna come back probably later tonight. I might be on stream later, but I'm gonna call it here for now. But yeah.